possible. This futures live stream event is proudly brought to you by MightyOxTrading. All information contained herein should be considered for educational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing seen or heard should be considered financial advice. Good evening and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Monday. Hope everyone's had a great day, ready for a great evening. So, what did the markets do today? Choppy day. Whoa. I wasn't paying attention in the afternoon. What the heck happened there, though? So high was 949, low was 791, about 150 points in range on NQ. ES 118 to 154, so 1854, 27. Sound right? 27. Copper had another good day. Gold ended up mixed. Ultra Bond had a good day. Crude had a good day. No, crude had a bad day. Good day for the American consumer. And Bitcoin had a good day. I had a good day. Oh, NQ looks ugly. Ugly. Right, ugly. So now I gotta go back and look because last hour I was doing some stuff for the Discord for the site. I didn't really look at what was going on. There's the dip. That was a nice dip too. Oh, yeah, I did kind of see that. It wasn't. I did notice that, and then I didn't do anything with it. And it came back up. Teaches me for not paying attention. Let me guess, G-Man, you were trading it after taking out the yappy dog? For now, we have about a 10-point range. That does not spell fun tonight. At least I wasn't the only one. You can see not much going on. So we could be in for a slow night. Do we have any news? Anything that might liven things up any? Japanese unemployment rate coming up at 7:30 Eastern. Hey, Kim, how's it going? Do any trading today? Ah, well, that's no fun. Gold's dropping. Having a good trade. Yeah, it's starting to look ugly. We're gonna go to definitely go to a 30-second. See if we get anything better there, but it's not looking fun tonight. Not at all. Yep. Yep. Gonna be slow. They all need to like entertain me tonight. Sorry. Yeah, this is going to be exciting as watching grass grow and paint dry, or watching painted grass dry. Shall we play a game? So we're going up a point, down a point, up a point, down a point. Oh, there was a little drop. Oh, 2 points. It looked a lot bigger than it was, huh? Yeah, exciting night so far here at MightyOxTrading. It's continuing down, but how do I trust it right now? For more than a point. I'm not going to play it for more than a point, so we're just going to kind of sit here and watch paint dry. See, popping right back up by a point. 3 ticks, actually. Is there anybody out there? I don't blame you if you're not, because I don't know. Don't know if we're going to get anything. Hopefully, I mean, we have 45 minutes until Tokyo and Seoul open. I'm a Seoul man. So, I have several accounts. I have two funded accounts, and I have at my disposal right now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, and 4 funded futures network, Blue Sky, Flexy, Pro Phoenix. 8 evals at least. I'm probably forgetting one. So that's a total of 10 accounts. It's very hard to trade 10 accounts with being a scalper and obviously if I'm working off a 15 or 30-second chart, you really only have time to enter on one count. Now I can copy trade the Topsteps if I wanted. I got 4 evals there, one funded, so I could copy trade those. But what I'm thinking of doing is sticking with scalping on my Blue Sky and another account or two, and then looking at entering longer trades on other assets on some of the other accounts based on my same strategy. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Basically, like here, this is the Ultra Bond on the 15-minute chart today. This here, you see, first of all, obviously a lot less candles, so a lot less um, uh, purple and blues. So this purple candle right here got my trigger there, trigger there. You can see how beautiful that was. Then that candle's out of whack. It's not someplace I would take it on a smaller time frame, so I wouldn't take it on the bigger time frame. Whether or not I caught that bounce, I don't know. But here, this blue candle right here above my signal line could lead to that move. So I made two good moves based on my candles on the 15-minute. On the Ultra Bond, gold today. Is that a 15-minute? It's a 15-minute. This is before the stream. Beautiful move down off that purple. And then here's this blue candle above, up. You can see there. Even this one, would have went a few points and then back down. So green down here, red, green, purple, blue, purple. So, I would have alerts set up to just jump on a 15-minute chart to enter and just set my target, set my stop, be happy. Don't try and micromanage it. Just let it do whatever it's going to do. Here's another beautiful one. This was crude oil. This would have been right before the stream. So this is right as the stream was starting. You can see this drop for 50 ticks. And this one was a kind of a big candle there, but see this nice one here. So that's what I'm thinking of trying out, because what I can do also is I got a bot written for my strategy, and I could put it as a 15-minute thing on a couple of assets so it could enter on NinjaTrader automatically for me. So we'll see. That would require less concentration, in the afternoons when I'm not staring at the charts as directly, or even when I'm trying to do some work on the Discord or, the social media stuff. Thank you, Kim. The only thing is, you know what? The only thing I hate about it is, I mean, I want to set up alerts on TradingView, which is good. You know, for if I'm doing it on stuff that's not on NT, or even if it is on NT, I want to know that it happens. But the alerts, you know, because you get a lot of fake alerts, you know, it be a purple candle for a minute and then go away. And then the alerts are intrusive, and then I end up like ignoring them anyway. So I need to figure out a good way to do that. I mean, even NQ, if you check NQ this morning, and I don't plan on doing this with NQ. I don't like higher time trading off of higher time frames on NQ. But if you look at this morning, this is the 5 minute. Now I was dealing with the chop on the lower time frames. And you can see here, this is the 5 minute NQ this morning. Beautiful purple candle here that led to that, which would have been a 50-point move. Beautiful blue candle here that would have led to that, which was about a full. I mean, if I would have stayed in, it would have been 50 points. You know, up to there. Then I mean, then it gets ugly. So that's why I wouldn't like to play it. NQ does that a lot on a 5 minute chart. Let's see, with 15 minutes, what it looked like. See, really, this is 15 minute. This is, you know, without the blue candle would have been nice, but you know, just the indices, or at least NQ, does not work well on higher time frames for sure, but other things do. So again, this will just be for when I'm not able to stare at the chart the entire time. A lot of times I can stare at the chart. You know, a lot of times me and G-Man are there trading together in the early afternoon. Maybe I could play with that, Kim. I just have, you know, I have so much going on that I got to try and balance everything. You know, right now the affiliate earnings is paying my bills and doing very well. So I got to make sure, you know, I don't, you know, ignore that during the day. This is a nice little boost up, man. No, it's not. Wow. So during the day, if I saw a move like this, I would think this is about a 20 point move. And this is 2 points. Oh my God. I have never dabbled in range bars. I mean, I've looked at them. I think they have them here on TradingView somewhere. Range, yeah. But I have no idea what I'm even looking at there. I'm getting blues and purples, so that's interesting, but I have no idea what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at there. Oh, I didn't even see you. Hold on. Let me mute my music. Yeah, they're still Phillies are still on the West Coast. Game starts. Okay. I'll have to set. I don't think I've ever did that on NinjaTrader. I'll have to see. Okay, what am I doing? Yeah. Give me a minute, G-Man. I'm muting my music. Hello. Okay, give me 1 sec. I haven't put you through yet. Okay, desktop audio. There we go. Okay, G-Man, talk. See if they can hear you.
Test.
Can you guys hear G-Man?
Feel like singing. God, you got me in a sing-song mood.
Go for it.
Nothing else going on.
I noticed.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Good.
Can you guys hear him? Y'all got quiet. Did the chat freeze? Okay.
Good.
Kim says you can be heard.
I can be heard by Kim. That's all that mattered. Yeah, I think go for it, Ox. If you can figure out a way to do it, that's the hard part. And truly leave it alone. Maybe when your bot comes online,
Yeah.
you can configure it so it's an automatic sort of thing on whatever you pick,
Right.
as the other asset.
Yeah.
That might work very well. So that's a good idea. Using your same strategy, but longer time frame on a different, gold or oil or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever you're talking about, interest
I
rates.
I mean, here, if we look at gold tonight, this is a 15-minute chart on gold that gave me a purple here 15 minutes into the session. So, theoretically would have entered at 2346.8 and they went down to 2343.9. So that have been almost three points. So, it's a $300 trade.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be able to do it yourself because you're going to be switching from chart to chart to chart. And you're going to miss them all. And you have that setup where the alert system, but by the time you see it and then you get to that chart, probably the opportunity for entry's over. So if you can automate it, that'd be a
yeah.
great way to do it. You could have one of the charts up maybe, but
Yeah.
not
I
all of
mean,
them.
off of 15, well, the thing is, most of the time, off of, if you're looking at a 15-minute time frame, most
Mm-hmm.
of the time you can see, like, if you go to the chart, you know, you can look at a handful of charts in the last 2 minutes, and it's already going to be.
I think Hassan says automate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely automate. But yeah, like I said, I mean, I just got the final, well,
You're
hopefully the
almost there.
final version of the
Yeah.
bot today. I'll be testing it throughout the week, so I
Yeah.
can see how it does.
Yeah. I think that's a great.
The cool thing about NinjaTrader is you can set up multiple sim accounts in NinjaTrader and have the bot running on each of the sim accounts simultaneously. So I could put it on gold, oil,
Yeah.
ultra bot. I could put it on everything and just let it do its thing and see how it turns out by the end of the day.
Yeah. If you've got all those accounts sitting there, I mean, uh, why not?
Now I won't be able to
You need.
automate like Topstep X. That's their own platform. There's no automation for that.
Yeah.
So it'll just be on accounts that I can throw in NinjaTrader. But
You lost me at having 10 accounts to trade. I couldn't do that. I trade one and two actually, and then one of them's TradeDay, and I can do. It's not copy trading, but you can have multiple accounts set up to 15, and they assign you as their quote unquote trader, and so you do it that way. Is that the same as you guys have, or is that a little different?
We can copy trade on TradeDay, but it can be like, I mean, it has to be on the same prop firm. Can't like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, this is like individual
yeah,
accounts
yeah.
where they just say, hey, I want him to trade for me. So you don't have access to money, you just trade. You're the trader of record type thing. You know, you can do that on Interactive Brokers, TradeDay. So basically, you have one dome, and each account is in there, but you're just looking at one dome. So you're trading one dome, and then it gets spread out after the trade's done. That's pretty cool. But that counts as one account for me. But I was thinking, I actually saw this great video about this Citigroup trader, and like 2011, he traded interest rates. He made 35 million for the bank, and they gave him $1 million. But it came to mind that I've been sitting on. I mean, I know rates aren't going down, and I've been right for the last, how long has it been? When everyone's saying rates are going down, and they haven't. So anyone have any ideas how to put that trade on so rates are not going down? I have no idea. Maybe one of you smart guys, girls, probably Kim's got it figured out. So do you go short something, long something? What do you trade? If you want U.S. interest rates to stay where they are or go up, and everyone will take that bet because everyone thinks they're going to go down.
So you're asking for
Just an idea.
a futures asset that you can like swing trade? Is that what you're saying, or
Yeah,
a whole?
or something. Yeah, it could be.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have the
Yes.
Ultra Bond, which is a 30-year. You can trade also the 2-year, the 5-year, and the 10-year on futures.
Okay, so I would, because I haven't literally done this on bonds, I would go on the ultra bond. Would I go long or short the ultra bond if I want rates to stay the same or go up? Because
I'm thinking long,
I
but I
always
think we
get
need to
bonds
find
screwed.
a bond trader to make sure of that. It's a question I can uh, throw up to CFT on the Discord
Oh
sometime.
yeah,
But there's a good point as well. I forgot futures has options as well, and then Rad
right.
Poker just talked about the options on ZB, which is also a 30-year. But I know nothing about the options side of things. No one allows us. None of the prop firms allows us to get in here options.
ZB goes up, rates are going down. Okay, so I want to short the ZB. See, I knew one of you folks would know. Trade the futures options on ZB. Okay, ZB goes up, rates are going down. See, I think rates are stable going up versus, and I've been thinking this for a long time, and I've been correct for a long time. I just realized today, hey, I should
Should be
make some
making money
money
on
out of
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm so tied into the ES, I don't think about anything else. But all right, thanks, Red Poker. See if that works. Yeah, but this guy back in 2011 was betting for Citibank rates would stay low, like zero. And everyone at that time thought rates are going up, rates are going up. I don't know if you guys were, well, everyone was around then, if you were thinking about it. And they kept rates zero forever. And he made $35 million for the bank in 1 year. So it sort of pays to be, I guess interest rate guys make a lot of money too.
This oil guys too. It's an article that G-Man, not G-Man, Mr. G, the other G,
Yeah.
shared with me today. That which company? Hold on. Shell
Yeah.
earned $1 billion a year from U.S. crude trading last year.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I mean, how hard can it be?
Yeah.
They own the market. They know exactly
I was
what's
gonna
going
say
on.
how isn't that insider trading? How isn't that insider trading?
Well, they have a trading desk, and that
Uh,
trading desk
uh,
is, they're, Chinese wall type thing. I agree, though. How is that not insider trading? Well, if the congressmen and senators can do it, they can do it. Crazy. But it's usually the simple thought, the simple strategy that no one's accepting, but is a reality that makes all the money. Sell puts out of the money. So if I'm selling puts, that means money goes into my account, and then I want them to expire worthless.
yeah, that stuff confuses me to no end, so I stay out of that.
Yeah. Well, I used to do that for a while, for a couple of years, selling puts and selling calls on lots of different things. Tends to work if the markets kind of remain stable. If they start to get squirrely, then all bets are off.
Yeah. 20 minutes till the Asia Open. Hopefully something happens.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea, Red Poker. It's very nice. Thank you. I always like selling something and you put money in your account,
Yeah.
and then you just have to let it expire worthless.
What'd you do today, Hassan? What was fun? Then take tomorrow off, Hassan. That way you avoid the suckitude.
Nah, keep trading, Hassan. You're hot. Just don't think about the money. Once you start thinking about, I've got so much in my account, and guaranteed they'll take it. At least for me. Yeah, today these are good days to trade.
This entire week's news heavy, so we got a lot of good movement coming up, I assume.
I mean, even today, we're up 10, down 20, up 15 or 20 down. It's just, I just call it sideways because we're not trending. So, I mean, 80% of the time the market plays in these little ranges, and we're getting big ranges. I consider it big. 20 points is big on ES. And, if you can get good part of that and then don't get duped into thinking we're going down, and then play it up, and don't get duped into think we're going up, and just keep trading it. You got the edges. You got Robin's way, which is super smart. So yeah, we're like 51.54, 51.52. Man, I got trades all over my charts here. Down to, where is that? 32, then down to 18, 20. All good.
Hey, Nico. Good to see you. Doing well at the edges? Gold's still falling.
Turn on the bot.
I need to update the body, send me an updated code. Get it set up, run tomorrow.
Yeah, Nico, I like the edges because you have a very tight stop. You know, if you can get close to the top or the bottom, the stop's just right there. So you don't have to take too much risk. You know, and if you're down there at the bottom or up there at the top, it can only do four things, right? It can retest if you're short. It can poke it a little bit, or it can go down and come back up and give you a lower high. Those are three good things for short. Or it could just blow through and go up. So that's the one thing you have to guard against. So you just have to worry about one thing, and the rest are all good. That's how I look at it. Same at the bottom, you know. You get in your trade, it can retest it, it can retest it. I mean, we had what was that one Ox we were talking about? It's a bottom
Today?
trade. Yeah, 37. Was that it?
Maybe. You gotta remember I'm on the queue, so I don't always remember your
Yeah,
bets.
so it was on ES. It was 37 was, and that was the prior low, and it went to like 36 half, and then it popped up, then 36.75, and it popped up, and 37. So it basically gave you a low. It poked it like a couple of ticks, and then it retested it, and then bang. That was the low for that period until we broke it later. But um, you know, you can feel really comfortable, and if you put your stop at 36, I mean,
This is the level he's talking about where it came down to 36 earlier in the day, right after the open. It popped back up and then came back down here about 2 hours later and then popped back up to, and then it continued up for quite a while.
yeah, so like retesting the low, retesting the high. In these days, those are great trades. They're not breakdowns or breakouts. They're just retesting and then goes right back the other way. And you can basically make bank on those things. So that low I was talking about, 37 went to 47. There's 10 points. I mean, that's a good trade. So it puts in the high or the low, and then it retests it, and that's your trade.
Hey, Jamari.
So I'm sure Nico got some of those today. Edges.
Sounds like a good plan, Jamari.
Money. We're not trading for money. We're trading for.
They're actually talking about an actual payout, so.
Ooh, oil money.
Oh, that was an interesting pop right there. By interesting, I mean it's all 5 points. Wow.
I'm looking at maybe 150 contracts traded. Not doing much. The thing about trading these times is you get stuck, you know.
Yeah.
5 point range on ES, not big. You know, it's just waiting for earnings tomorrow and waiting for, I mean, it's so funny. We got Japanese unemployment, Japanese industrial output, Japanese retail, New Zealand, something about New Zealand, Australia, China, Australia, China, Japan, we got French GDP, German, French. I mean, and then tomorrow we got the Swiss, we got the Spanish, German, Italy, UK, Eurozone. That's crazy. I mean, who? I don't think any of this stuff really ever. South Korea, French, Chinese, Dutch. I don't think any of this stuff affects the U.S. market. But Swiss, Norwegian manufacturing PMI. You guys up on that?
Isn't Norway like smaller than most of our states?
Yeah, Norwegian unemployment rate. I mean, it's like 3 or 4 Norwegian things. I don't know what they're doing. Crazy.
There's 12 more Norwegians out of out of a job this week. Market drops.
Yeah. Yeah, but so that trader, that interview I heard, I mean, this guy's like a real, he's a London guy, Cockney, which is like, not the top end of London. Obviously, it's the sort of the slums where he grew up, um, working class, both parents working, but kind of super smart guy. And he's talking, he got into Citigroup. He got in as a trader, and he was the top trader probably in the world that year. $35 million trade. That's pretty good in 2011. But out of that, at the end, he's like, he quit. He made his money and got out. And it says this is 2011. He's basically saying that everything that's going on now, he was talking about back then. You know that and I'm not political at all, but he was basically saying that people need support, they need help. You know, what was going on back then? He's like, governments are losing money, they're going into debt. People are losing money, they're going into debt. The middle classes are getting destroyed, and he's like, who's getting all the money? And he's like, well, guys like me, the rich people are just getting richer. And so this is in 2011. Uh, and it's I think gotten worse since then. I don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but and I'm not being political. I'm just
Yeah,
talking about realities. Uh, Pretty sad.
it is. I agree.
Well, you're one of the rich guys now, so what
Oh
do you
yeah.
agree with?
Oh yeah. When I'm dining on a ribeye every night, then we'll see how. Then we'll consider myself rich.
So here, yeah, we got the Saxony CPI, we got North Rhine CPI, Bavaria CPI coming up tomorrow morning. Just crazy.
This is the most pathetic that I've seen in a while.
Well, it's a market. I mean, we used to have days where we'd literally get a 5-point range all day. So this is 5 points right here, 43 to 48. So it would be like this in regular trading hours all day. So good luck with that. That's why I'm saying don't trade because you'll get stuck because, it's kind of like whatever you decide to do, long or short, it won't get you, it won't let you out. So you're better off not trading. I don't know if there's anything else to trade, but
Gold seems to be the only thing moving.
gold.
Yeah, gold has so far since it's opened, has a, let's see, 47 to 44, about, a 3-point range, which isn't horrible.
Mm-hmm.
See if anything pops up here when the Asia markets start to open.
And even tomorrow is not. It's not a big news day, is it? So excluding all those European things I was talking about.
The big one tomorrow is the USCB consumer confidence. That's the one that's marked in red for tomorrow. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
Ron,
don't think.
you be going through a phase right now where easily pass combines but pull up PAs in a couple of days. Oh, you're going through a phase right now. Okay, do you know what you're changing between your combines or your evals and your PAs? Are you what something's got to be changing? Is this your mentality, or what do you feel is going wrong with that? And also remind me what asset you're trading. Sorry if I sounded like I giggled there. I was misreading something in your sentence. I thought you were talking about an asset that was causing an issue. By the way, guys, that's exactly why what Ron just mentioned, why companies put even companies like, Blue Sky and Earn the Trade and all them, put people on a SIM account at first when they as a funded account, because a lot of people have that issue. So first of all, Ron, do not feel like you're the only one that's ever had that issue. That happens to a lot of people.
Well, like everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So that don't feel bad about that. It's kind of part of the process. Why am I staring at the Russell? Well, actually, the Russell's kind of moving better than the NQ right now, so maybe that's why I'm staring at the Russell.
Yeah.
Yeah, micros can be your friend until you get your feet underneath you. Okay. So you got to pay out, then blew it. Okay. Uh, did you blow it because you just took too much out and didn't give yourself enough drawdown? Or what exactly happened there? And yeah, how many contracts do you trade at a time? And how many contracts were you trading when you blew it? Curious. And we are up a minute from Asia opening. We've kind of grinded down here a little bit. Not a lot, but you know, all of 3 points. So that, I'm gonna give the NKD a watch here. Popped up nicely there right before. It's all spotty though. There's the Asia Open. Well, he's Tokyo and Seoul.
Yeah, ES is dumping. Well,
oh yeah.
If 1 point's a dump.
3 points over the Q. It's
going
weird
down to
because you know
support.
you see that same size candle in the chart during the day, and that's a 20-point candle. Here it's a 3-point candle.
Yeah, it's just going down. It's just sitting on the support line there. 43, 42. Well, 43. We got 125 contracts traded. Ooh.
Get excited. And what about in the funded?
Order filled.
In the 1 minute chart, the NQ looked a lot better. So I should have been on the 1 minute. That was a nice drop. Could have got all of. I guess maybe it wasn't because it's better at 5 points. Ooh. So the NKD just dropped. I took it on Topstep X. Oh wow. And that quickly, it's back up. Wow. That hurt. That is the volatility we play with on the NKD. NQ's trying to bounce. I think NKD is going to bounce as well.
Yep. I remember trading 43, 44 all day today. Yep. Early anyway. Long. But different parameters. Market's changed. So the way I look at the market is I try to understand what it's doing or not doing. So, is it really could do what? Three things: up, down, or sideways.
Ooh.
See,
That's
this would have
all.
sucked me in. It would have sucked me in long, and that's not what I want to do. But maybe now we just got 150 contracts traded. It doesn't react the same as it does normal trading hours when it dumps like that, and then we get a nice bounce. So I'm not going to do it. But so I'm always trying to figure out what is the market, what is it doing? Are we going down? So I have my strategy for that. Is it going up? Basically the same strategy, but just reversed, or is it going sideways where it's making a top and a bottom in a range, and you just trade the edges, pick a side or both, but stay out of the middle. Just long the bottom, short the top if you can, and just know that in these are great trading days. You might have 4 or 5 of
Order
these.
filled.
Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes sideways, goes up, goes down. And so basically, if it's going up, you don't want to be shorting, and you don't want to be playing sideways. You want to be buying the higher low, selling the higher high, and then reversed for down, and then sideways you want to play the edges. And I just keep it like that. That's simple. The hard part is figuring what it's doing, but that's the game. And it is a game. It's not. This is all nonsense.
Yeah, Ron, I definitely agree that could be part of your problem, because if you're taking wins on a couple of micros and then taking losses on a mini or two, that's a bad overall risk to reward, and that's gonna come back to bite you. I think you need to, I was having that issue for a while because I would trade for 5 points pre-market on NQ and then trade for 10 points or more after the bell, which is fine. But the problem is I'll get a couple of wins pre-market and then one loss would give it back. So I was figuring out at the time, what I should do is be trading 2 contracts, pre-market. So my basically my risk and reward is about the same no matter when I'm trading. But yeah, I mean, if you're taking wins on 3 micros and then taking a loss on 1 mini, you're gonna end up just constantly wiping out your gains. I think you need to figure out a way you can enter, at least for now, until you can figure out, get your confidence back under you. Figure out a way that you can just stick with one sizing for now.
So you bought the bottom, but it wasn't the bottom. Is that what you're saying? Probably. So when I'm trading edges and buying bottoms or selling tops, I mean, my stop is like right below. It's I don't, the one thing that will kill you is if you let it blow through and stay in it. So it happens. I've done it a million times, but you have to get out. Sold the bottom during the open. Yeah. Gotcha. Came back down to 37 there and then 38. I did post bounce 38. I think. Did I, Ox?
Yeah, yes, you did.
Yeah. So, not that I know, but yeah. So if you sold the bottom, then you have to have a stop. I don't know where you put your stop. I don't like selling bottoms or buying tops. It's against my grain. And I learned by losing, by doing that, and I just think about it as, if you're at the top, it's extremely hard to get higher, and if you're at the bottom, it's extremely hard to get lower. You need a lot of energy, so it normally retraces, and then if it wants to go down, it will. But not easy.
You can see that line that's on my screen there on my chart on NQ. It's interesting. We're right back there. That was the bottom of the pre-market range. I put that line on my thing for the pre-market range because it kept going up and down. It's interesting that we're right back to that same area. Told you I put lines on my chart this morning.
So that was the low or the high?
That was the low of the pre-market range at 903.
Pre-market.
Not the overnight, but just that range that it was stuck in for like the first hour, or from like the first hour and a half, right before the open, from when this stream started. Okay, Ron, if you know that you freeze, then you definitely should trade with stops. Now, G-Man, he doesn't usually have hard stops in either. But if you know that you have an issue with freezing, you probably want to have some stops in there so it doesn't get away from you. Then once you're more confident, then you can go back to that. But sounds like right now that's something you might need.
Yeah, I mean, I look at whatever obviously I can't know what it's going to do up or down, but I just place the trade based on best guess at the time, and then I just look. My only thought is protection. So what do I need to see to get out? Meaning, I know I'm wrong, so don't lose money. So that's the way I think about it, because the upside will take care of itself. You don't have to worry about that, about making money. You have to worry about losing money. That's the key to this business. So, if you're shorting lows or buying highs for breakouts, then you should 100% focus. And if it doesn't go the way you're thinking, get out. Just get out. You can always get back in after it blows through it. And then, it comes back to retest where it blew through, and then you get short again. So, you can't know. So don't beat yourself up. No one can know. You just have to figure out how to not lose money. So when you put that trade on, focus on not losing money. So what do you need to see to get you out? So what is the market doing? What's the NQ doing? What's it not doing? If it's just sitting there and it's not going down, it's sitting there, starts to pop up. I mean, you really shouldn't sit there. I mean, I used to do it too, but I'm just saying, like right here, we're at 42. What's it going to do? It gave it a little poke. I still think it's not going down. It's sitting at support. So I'm not long. I'm not going to get long, but I'm not short either. And if it doesn't go down, then you need to get out. And there's no wrong answer. Doesn't matter. Just do it. Do what comes into your head, and respect that and do it. Just do it, because that'll save you time and time and time again. You can't fight that, because your brain is seeing things you don't comprehend, but your brain's right. It sees it, so it'll tell you. So I get chopped up using stops. Well,
Little bit of a pop. I thought about taking that long. I didn't, but I thought about it at least.
yeah, so 42 was the low. It poked it, and now it's going up, but that's sitting right on support. Is it for veggies, John? Flannerbach?
Hey, John. He sounds so happy doing that. You're not missing much with trading wise, John. Yeah, yep, that blue candle was a nice little signal. It's going up. Wow. Again, I think it's going up a lot. It's going up exactly 5 points. Oh, crap.
You better get it done, John.
Yeah, put in that overtime. Like I said, you're not missing anything with the trading. Of course, now that I say that, it's probably going to like blow up 50 points. Nice move up, I guess. You can call it a nice move for tonight. This was like in the morning
2
would be
points?
like small point, a small move.
So what do you recommend to run? He says he gets chopped up using stops.
I guess the question is where is he? How many points is he putting his stop? Remember, NQ is a little bit more volatile, so stops do need to be a little bit wider versus ES, but you know, I guess we're also, question is, what time of day are you trading, Ron? Are you trading after the bell, before the bell? This time of day? What time?
Order filled.
So we're gonna take that long off that blue candle. Oh, yeah, over here. And it's probably gonna stop me out, but ooh, there. See, right now, I'm actually using a 10 tick stop. Open till noon. Eastern time, Ron.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and what size stop are you using when you say you get chopped up? Yeah, we're down 6 ticks. I don't hold a lot of hope for this trade. Well, as I say that, it pops up. There we go. Another blue candle there. Can it go up? Can it? Nope. Well, okay. I see you, NQ. Probably gonna come back down, but hey, let's see what happens. Still up that candle, 905.25. Okay. So I have my target at 5 points, which is probably way too much, which is sad, but true. So I put my target at, that's probably still too high. I mean, I almost should take it now at 6 ticks. That's sad. There we go. Put it there. Let's see if it gets there. It's close.
Order filled.
Wow, there we go. We got a target. 3 points. I'll take that. 3 points this time of night. Well, I mean, 3 points with the way this market's been moving. I'll take it. Okay, so you use the 5-minute chart, and your stops are usually located. Oh, heart blocks my screen. Usually located above or below the prior bar, below before my entry. That's basically what I do. But usually don't place the stops. I just exit at the market. Okay, so the problem is when you're saying you freeze up, so you don't end up exiting, and you let it go more against you. Is that what you're saying, Ron? I will say that's exactly what kind of scared me away from using my strategy on 5-minute charts, even though I'm talking about going back to it because I'm noticing it and it works a lot. But the fact that, for my strategy, a 5-minute chart, like this is one of my triggers, but theoretically, my stop should be 35 points because my stop, I've always placed my stop below the trigger candle, and 35 points is like way too big. I'm not going to take a 35-point stop. So, it's the adjustment I've had to make. And that's one of the reasons I keep going back down to smaller time frames. Back here, like, this nice little blue candle here, yeah, it's about 10 points. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I think most likely G-Man would say that, if you need large stops, and you probably actually need to work on better entries. I know he's told me that in the past.
I've never said that, but it's true.
And
The very bottom of
yeah,
which candle?
what time was that, Ron? So we can go back and look at it.
6:45, 9:45. That was the low.
Right here. Oh, okay. I see right here. So you short it here. Now, honestly, back before I added some other things in my chart that I probably don't need, but that purple candle would have tricked me in the past.
So what time is that? 9:45.
No, for been the 8:50 candle for my time, 9:50 Eastern, 6:50 your time, G-Man.
Okay. Yeah, I mean they're all the same.
Yeah, right.
6:45, 6:50, 6:55. They're all right there in that same area.
Okay, so Ron, the question is what? I'm trying to think how I want to phrase this. What part of what told you to take that short there? So maybe that's what we need to figure. Instead of figuring out what's wrong with your stops, what made you decide to take that short? What about your strategy? And I mean, does that whatever you decided, whenever you decided to take that, does that work other times and it just didn't work this time? Was it a misread? What happened? What was your thought process on that trade?
Well, 8:50 Pacific, right?
No, 6:50 Pacific.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Gotcha. I was misreading it.
We just need one time zone for the entire country. Sorry to be dark for some people. It's still it's 9 o'clock in the morning and it's still dark.
It's always light up in Alaska, up in Canada.
By the way, we're not picking on you, Ron, in case you feel like you're being picked on, and or anything. I think we all just want to try and help you through whatever it is you're going through. If we can figure out something to help you, that's what we want. That'd be a nice little rise up there. Well, not that great, but about 12 points. Okay, so I think the main issue there is just that your sizing, you went from 3 micros to 3 minis. So it's like, that's a huge jump, and if it goes wrong, gotta remember, if you're doing 3 micros and then you do 3 minis in the same trade and it goes wrong, 3 micros is 1/10 the size, so you're gonna, end up wiping out, whatever I'm trying to say, but I think you need to stick with a size and just commit to the smaller profits, if you get it, when you're right, and that way you're not wiping out something and ruin your day. Now, if you did the first trade with 3 minis, then sticking with the 3 minis would be fine. But yeah, I think you need to find some consistency in your sizing, so one bad trade doesn't wipe out multiple good ones. Yeah, I mean, I understand, and like I said, with my strategy, I keep forgetting to put the 5-minute back on. Where am I now? I went back to Friday accidentally. Oops. That purple candle there could have definitely tricked me as well. But I think the other thing might be, you saw it come down, it retest it back up a little bit down. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say enough about that to say no. That I understand why you saw that, but I think if you would have, I don't. The point is, if this trade would have worked, your 3 micros would have gave you another decent profit, and if it didn't work like it didn't work, it wouldn't have ruined your day. Versus sizing up was kind of an all or nothing move, and I think you just need that. I think that you just need to stick to one size, and if you're in the same market condition, like I said, I change my size when we go, like 5 points for in pre-market, 10 points after the bell, etc. But it was like within the same time frame. I think you just need to stick with your size, or I mean, if you wanted to size up there, add a couple more micros, instead of jumping to the minis. Right. And I understand that with micros because, sometimes that's why I don't like, I only size down the micros myself if my account's in trouble, or if I'm really feeling like I'm not reading the market well that day, and I'll size down, or don't want to hit a loss limit, whatever. Because I understand that feeling of that, but I mean, you gotta, $100 bites in the market while you're trying to build, isn't always a bad thing.
So what I was saying earlier is this market right here, right now, what it's doing is it's not giving us a trend. So it retests, it retraces. So you get that, you open up, you get a nice run up, and what does it do? It stops and it reverses, goes running down, and what does it do? It stops, and you get a couple of pumps, and it can't get below 37, and then it reverses. That's the market we're trading right now, today, tomorrow. So I've said, I say this all the time to Ox and anyone to listen. You have to see what the market is doing and not doing. A trend day is completely different. You don't get any bounces. It just goes, and it pulls back, and it goes, and it pulls back. And we've had those, right? We've had those trend down days, trend up days, reversal days. So it's very tricky to figure it out. But I mean, you're at the end of a 100-point run. Close it out and go get a cup of coffee or something. Just because it went 100 doesn't mean it's going to go more than that. It's very tricky to get the bottom or the top, but save your money. Sizing up or down, whatever. I mean, but you have to have a way to get out if it's not doing what you think it's going to do, so it doesn't ruin your day. And I don't know what that is, but pay attention to what it's not doing. It stopped. It stopped. Hit a wall. Hit a wall. Hit a wall. And it was there for 5-10. It was like 20 minutes before it popped up. So you've got trend day up, trend day down, and sideways. Today is more of a sideways day. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Well, blue down, but it comes right back. So it's if you did nothing, the start and the close are the same pretty much, right? So we're going to get that tomorrow because there's no news, and then the fireworks are going to go off the next days because we're getting FOMC and what have you. But it just moves a long way, but then it reverses. So I mean, I know because I used to be the guy that would short at the bottom there, 37. That would be me, or long the top, 54 quarter, and then bang, it would reverse. So I mean, that's a better skill. If you can learn that skill, you're good. You're golden. The sizing up and down, I get that, but reading the market's the skill. And talk to people. As Hassan said, that's a great win. Take it. You said the market looked bearish. What do you mean bearish? I'm always interested to know what you're looking at there to see that it's bearish. Candle looked really bearish. The 850 one. I mean, what do you see there? Because I just look at numbers and I'm like, okay, we're down from 54 down to 37. I mean, it's almost 20 points, which is a lot. Hitting some support because it's stopping there. And then as soon as we get that higher low at 38, I'm like, bounce 38. That's what I posted, and bang, right up to the top. So you basically want to trade the edges. You don't want to short the low. You don't want to buy the high. You want to reverse it. You want to buy the low and short the top. That's sideways trading, and that's what we're doing. There's no trend. And it makes sense, right? The market's just sitting here waiting for the news, waiting for the interest rates, waiting for Jay Powell to talk, and then it'll kick off. Or what else is coming up to this week? Something else, I'm sure.
Non-farm payrolls on Friday.
Yeah, you got non-farm, that'll kick off. You got earnings, you got Apple, and you got some other little company going off. Amazon, yeah. But don't trade those after hours. I've learned that. I mean, I did what you did, but I did it in a big way. It went up 50 points. And I was shorting. I got the last one, though. I did get the last one. You can't, bottom line is you can't let it ruin your day, ruin your life, ruin your account, so it has to be managed. And that's all you can do. Entry, exit, entry, exit. So, it's not a bad thought. Okay. It's bearish if you have good reasons and we're going down. But like I said before, just manage the downside. If it goes down, don't worry about it. If it doesn't go down, what's your strategy to get out? You have to have one so it doesn't ruin your day. A couple of ticks, I don't know, whatever it is, a couple of points. That's hard, but that's the key. So just waiting for you to tell me what you thought was really bearish. Candle looked really bearish. As soon as it looks really bearish, it reverses. Or as soon as it looks really bullish, it reverses. It's just the way the market works. It just sucks everybody in. It's a game. Just has a way of doing that.
Very, very, very slow grind up right now. Very slow. I think there's climbers on Everest that could pass this climbing in a blizzard.
Absolutely.
Without oxygen.
Absolutely. No oxygen. No Sherpas carrying their own stuff. Those Sherpas are unreal. Yeah. They climb it like 4 times a day, carrying packs.
Yeah.
Unreal, those guys. No oxygen. They make like $20 or something. Yeah, I don't know what they make, but I'm sure it's not a lot. I mean, one of my first days, months of trading, it was a Chinese internet company that went out IPO. It was like the Google of China. I can't remember what it was, but I was trading this thing, and I had a great trade, trading a lot of contracts, and I made all this money. And so, I went out and told everybody, and it was all exciting, and et cetera, et cetera. I went right back and said, okay, I'm not done with you. I'm going to keep trading. And I completely lost everything I'd made, and then double that. It happens, thinking it was bearish or bullish or whatever. Just happens. Because I wasn't thinking about what I'm telling, you should be thinking about. I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking about making money. My very first trade, I had this RSI strategy all figured out. We sell, the market's going down when it hits this, and it's going up when it hits down there. And so, bang, I did Q trade, QQQ at the time. So the Qs, NASDAQ basically. and I shorted like 44,000 shares. I was loaded, and of course, the strategy works beautifully when I'm in sim, but as soon as I go live, it just didn't work. It just kept going up and up and up and up and up, and then I got the text or the email or the call from the broker. You have to exit. You have a half an hour. We're gonna get you out. I was waiting for it to come back. It never came back. Huge loss. So, those are my two worst trades probably, but both were because I had no exit strategy. I just thought it would work because my strategy is going to work because I'm either bearish or bullish, whatever it might be. But we don't get paid for that. We get paid for not losing money. So, next step is figuring that out. And it's hard. I mean, it could be the perfect trade and all that, and it still loses money. But you just don't want to lose a lot of money. Alibaba, that was it. Thank you. That was it. Destroyed me. Oh, God, that thing was moving. Oh my gosh, probably still does. Nice call there, D. Lorenzo. I've done some pretty stupid things, I'll tell you that. And I don't learn from them. I just continue to make the same mistakes.
Okay, so Ron, right there, you are acknowledging that once you take a loss, you lose focus and go on tilt. You should stop. If you know that you have that issue, you should say, I'm done for the day or done for an hour, whatever. So you can come back fresh without absolutely destroying yourself, because a lot of people can't recognize that they go until after they've blown up. If you can recognize it beforehand, you can say to yourself, I just took a big loss. I need to walk away. I need to shut down. I need to get away from the charts. I need to not be able to press the button. The other option is, there's ways to put in your own loss limit so you don't end up busting your account. A lot of the props will do it for you. I think there's a way to do it in Rhythmic if you're using Rhythmic. If you're not using Rhythmic, I don't think there's a way to do it in TradeDay. But
Like max daily loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can do it on TradeDay.
Okay, and just do that so you're not letting it just explode on you. Take it out of your hands, or if you can just get up and walk away, that's even better. The fact that you can recognize it before that you do it is better than you sitting there after it happens and like, what just happened. So stop yourself, whether that's, like I said, through putting in a daily loss limit or just having the willpower to get up and walk away. Come back and fight another day. Don't let it just destroy the account all in one day. Come back, fight another day when your head's clear.
Yeah, so in TradeDay, there's something called risk settings. You can do a daily loss limit, weekly, daily profit, weekly profit, lock risk settings if trading locked. So basically, end of day, max drawdown, real time trailing max drawdown, max position size, products permitted. You can.
Okay. Where do you see that? Because we may not have that as the prop traders.
Well, this is a trading account. You may not have it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I've never noticed that, but that doesn't mean that we don't have it. I may have just never seen it.
So it's under application settings, accounts. So that this is a live account. So maybe it's for live accounts, but
yeah, I'm looking.
liquidation policy. But there has to be a way to set that.
I'll ask Josh.
Well, there doesn't have to be, but hopefully there is.
Yeah, I'll ask.
So the whole thing about trading is not to, it's obviously to make money or make points, but it's not to lose. So it's really hard to not lose or to lose a little and get out. But again, I look at each trade like right there. If I was short, now, not back when I was not trading well, but or learning, I would look at it as, okay, I'm going to give it a shot here. And what's going to get me out of this? I'm just looking for what's going to get me out. And what I would look at is at that specific time, we made the low at 36.75. So I round that 37. And we bounced up, which is fine, to 44, 45. And then it has to shoot down, which it did, but it has to break the low. And it didn't. This is the 855 candle, and it didn't. It hit 38, and it stopped. What we want there is well, not what we want. If the market's going to go lower, it will go lower at that specific time because it's down there, right? It has to, and it didn't. And as soon as it didn't, it means it's not going to. It's just not. So, I posted buy 35 or what did I say? Bounce 38, bounce 38. 38 bounce. So
Yeah, the other thought, Ron, and this is just throwing it out there. It's not advice I would take for myself because I'm, a little insane, but perhaps, switching to ES might help you out because it is less volatile, less wicky. So I think there's, like you can play the ranges a little easier, like G-Man is talking about, because it's you can take a little bit smaller stops because it doesn't have that same the candles. You often see ES candle and NQ candle, while they're going the same direction, same whatever. An NQ candle often have a much larger wick to it, meaning it moved more in that time frame, whatever time frame you're looking at. And then ES, so maybe something that's less jittery might help you. It's just that I thought. I know we all fall in love with the assets we trade, but if NQ's giving you that much of a fit right now, maybe going to ES for a bit, or maybe you'll end up finding you really like it, might be something else to try.
Yeah, I tried trading the NQ and I couldn't do it because it just it doesn't really have any rules that it abides by. Whereas the ES I found, like right there, I was talking ES, but you were trading NQ, but it made the low and it made a higher low and then it bounced, and it does that sort of all day. If it's not going to go down, it won't, and it'll just turn around and go back the other way. Whereas NQ may not do that. I don't know. Oil and NQ are they don't behave, so I don't trade them. They're trading very small, numbers of contracts in the book, so they can just move at random. Anyone can come in and buy the whole thing. Is 400. ES right now is 435 by 480. So a big trader can come in and buy the entire book and move it up 10 ticks, 2.5 points. So I'm sure that's what goes on the NASDAQ. The other thought I have is that, it's one trade. So, and I would let one trade. Like I said, I told you about 2 trades I did that just destroyed everything, the whole accounts. But we need to not let that happen. And it's a process, I know, for everybody. It still happens to me. So, we'll never get away from it. Making a bad call and trading short on a ES that goes up 50 points in, what was that, 8 minutes?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I've never seen that ever. 20 plus years, ever. I still don't understand it, but hey, now I've seen it, so now I know what not to do. I'm not going to trade any of these. My thought was, we had meta earnings, it's going to bounce maybe 20, and I can short it, and then the ES will go down. But no, it went up 50, so I'm not trading that ever again. And maybe that's what you come to. I'm not going to trade these areas ever again because, they're going down or they're going up, and I don't know. Maybe just wait and see what actually is going on, and then you trade it. Is it actually going down or is it actually going up? Those are the areas that are flip a coin. Nobody knows, right? So don't beat yourself up. It happens to everybody. It happens to Ox every day, all day. So I'm kidding, Ox.
And that's the last you'll be hearing from G-Man ever now.
I've been banned. I've been banned yet again. I'm just kidding. But everyone does something that they obviously realize they shouldn't have done, and it's a learning process. It's no one's coming. Believe me, no one's coming out of the chute and being able to trade and make money. It's a rare breed. The only guys I think that can do it are the ones that go to, like the guy I was talking about that went to City Trading, and there's a whole floor of traders, and he comes in as an intern and he gets hired, and then he learns from the desk. And there's 3 or 4 guys helping him, telling him what to do and what not to do. So, if you don't have that, which none of us do, we got to go through this stuff. I mean, they're trading bank money, so the bank's got 3 or 4 people monitoring, and they have risk guys. They pull the plug. It's kind of like the manager's pulling the pitcher, right? The pitcher's never going to get off the mound. The manager has to pull him. It's the same thing. We're never going to stop trading. You have to have a pitcher pull you out, or the manager pull you out, which is what the risk, that whole risk thing's. So maybe you have that for your broker, from your broker. I don't know if any of that helps, Ron, but helped me for sure. When I talk about all the bad trades I've done, it helps me because I remember and I go through it and I say, God, yeah, that was a while ago. And I'm still doing that, Do we get any trades today, Alex? You got a couple?
I got one.
One? Long one?
Yeah, for a whole
I mean, yeah.
$49.32 after commission.
There you go.
That's enough for my ribeye. Just about reached the top of the hour. Hopefully Wednesday will be more exciting since we'll be coming off FOMC. The Wednesday evening stream. Whoa. That looks bigger than it was, but it's nice to move down. But,
yeah, Ron, I try to never have a bias because I've learned, if I'm long or short bias, then, the market's going to do what the market's going to do. The Nasdaq's going to do, the ES is going to do. And I just try to understand and see that and go with it. I don't necessarily need to get the top or the first or the second trade, but I just need to get the direction. So, I mean, but it went down, so you had the bias. I mean, you got it right. Then the next thing is how far is it going to go? And you can't know the answer to that because no one can. So you have to have a way to understand and see when it stops. And yeah, none of that's simple. It's very, very difficult. So, but I mean, understand we're not dealing with trend markets. We're dealing with sideways markets. You know, it's sitting in a range because there's nothing to push it. You know, think about it. To get out of this range, it has to have a lot of power to get up or a lot of power to go down. It's just not there because there's nothing there to get it there. You know, when we get these events occurring later in the week, that might change what's going on, and then maybe we'll see it move.
We've reached the top of the hour. Thank you guys for making this a lot less boring evening than what it could have been because the market was doing nothing fun. Ron, I understand your confidence being beaten down. Trust me, I've been there. I've quit trading about 322 times. Sometimes 5 times in a day. So you'll get it. Just keep at it. Walk away when you need to. Take a breath when you need to. Trading's not going to go anywhere. You don't need to accomplish everything in a day. You don't need to accomplish everything in a week. It's a long journey. But stick with it and you'll get there. Just
Thank you, Kim.
keep learning. And that's it for tonight. Next evening stream, Wednesday, 7 to 9. Next morning stream, of course, tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. Thank you, G-Man, for being here and making tonight less boring.
But Ron, check in when you're trading because we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. Check in the morning if you're trading in the morning. You know, we're here for support to you. You know, if you have a loss, tell us you have a loss. If we need to talk you down off the ledge, you know, and get you to chill out, we'll work on that. We got people. Well, I'll have Ace start telling jokes. That'll help. You know, seriously though, we're here to help, and just come and join us. And even if you don't talk, just tell us when you need something. That's fine. That's what we're here for. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Alex. See you.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Remember, we do this every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Hope you'll continue to join us. Also want to invite you to join our Discord community. Great community of traders talking trading, and sometimes just shooting the breeze about other things as well. Traders helping traders and encouraging traders there. Also, of course, follow me on social media, mainly on Twitter or at X, where you'll always find updates on the latest prop firm discounts and reviews, as well as get notified whenever a new video comes out from MightyOxTrading. Have a great rest of your day.